You might be surprised, but I get this question a lot. Do I have a solid shot at getting into my dream school if I write my essay at the very last minute? No, of course not. If you found this helpful, click subscribe and I'll see you next time. Look, I mean, in my opinion, this is self-evident, but maybe you're saying, well, Chris, you have an incentive to act like you must start applications early and receive help to get into your dream schools. And that's correct. And depending on the caliber of your dream school and other external factors, it could absolutely be possible to get in with the first draft of your essay. But the thing is, if you're applying to elite colleges, you are competing against people who begin their applications in advance and strategize with professionals every step of the way and edit their essays with experts for months. Now, that's not to say that only students who do that will get into elite colleges, but that's the quality of your competition overall. With a limited time frame, you have limited options. You could submit the first draft you write. You could ask ChatGPT to write it for you. You could pay somebody to write it for you, and if everything aligns, maybe you'll steal a spot from one of the competitors I just described. I mean, if you believe the humble brags I heard back when I was in high school, everybody wrote their essay last minute because they procrastinated. They were too cool to do otherwise. I'm sure you've heard this somewhere as well. So if you're watching this in advance of application deadlines, I urge you to prepare ahead. If you're watching this with looming deadlines, like in 24 hours, let's talk about how to make the most of the time you have left. If you're applying to college literally tomorrow and haven't started thinking about your essay, you have to view the essay creation process differently. We no longer have the luxury of the steps I would normally recommend, so we'll adjust our strategy. Normally, I would recommend several structured brainstorming techniques, then drafting and reviewing multiple possible topics and choosing between them. Don't do that. You're going to brainstorm once and choose one topic. Set a timer for 15 minutes and write down as many things as you can think of that mean something to you. They can be virtues like generosity or freedom, or classes or extracurriculars that inspired you, hobbies or challenges like reading or learning to cook, or stories and moments from your life. Strengths, weaknesses, all that. Then I would take a 5-minute break to walk and clear your head. Come back to your list and select a topic. See if there are any values or ideas that show up multiple times in your brainstorming. For example, maybe you have several stories about demonstrating resilience. Maybe a lot of your values tie into your intended career path. Try to ensure you have enough material to write about in your essay, and selecting a topic you're familiar with will help streamline the writing process. Now is not the time to pick something that sounds cool, but you need to do a lot of research or additional brainstorming. Next, I would set another 15-minute timer and write stream of consciousness about your chosen topic. Don't worry about grammar or coherence, don't edit any of your thoughts, just try to get as much on paper as possible, then take another 5-minute break to reset. When you come back, create a brief outline to organize your essay. And I mean brief. Simply categorize the challenge or challenges, actions you took, and results and lessons you learned. Make note of which stories or ideas from your brainstorming will go into each section. At this point, it's better to have too much material and cut some than not have enough. Then you have to get writing. I would set a timer so you don't stare at a blank page for too long and just try to write. Even if it sounds clunky, even if it doesn't sound like how you want it to, don't stop or edit or second guess yourself. Just leave it and you can fix it later. Ensure you include the specific details from your outline and that you can express in one sentence what values your essay highlights for your application. With a fresh mindset, start editing your draft. Work out the rough sentences. Ask yourself if the main idea is clear. Does the story flow logically? Can you cut any unnecessary details or language? I strongly encourage you to read your essay aloud when editing. Before submitting, do a quick double check for spelling and grammar and cross your fingers. Writing a college essay at the last minute isn't ideal, but life happens. I would temper your expectations, but definitely don't give up. If you panic, you're likely to produce worse output, so try to relax and not put additional pressure on yourself, which I know is easier said than done. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. I'm a consultant and professional writer, and I've helped many students around the world improve their writing and get accepted to elite academic programs and institutions like Ivy Leagues, medical schools, law schools, PhDs, and graduate business programs. I frequently get asked for writing advice, so I publish some out here to help you for free. I've also written a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. It's designed to be actionable and can get you started on your essay in minutes. Click the link in the description to download it for free. I routinely publish practical videos like this to help with your college applications and life on campus. So if you found this helpful, subscribe now to make sure you catch the next one. Don't forget to grab your free college essay introduction guide from the link in the description, and I'll see you next time.